3 goals down after 30 minutes to 4-3 at full time. That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, it certainly is. And you know, 3-0, you're overthinking. Have we done enough diligence on the opposition? Is it a freak result? Are we going to get back in the game? How are we going to get back in the game? Do we get desperate? Do we make changes? Or do we just stick with the process, the squad, the system that we believe in? That's got us to where we are in the league. And that was the decision, to stay with it and trust the players to find a way to get back in the game. I've been in some games in the 16 years we've been doing it. You know, the euphoria we've just got from that is incredible. And I take me off to the lads. They've absolutely dug deep, found a way. Not only found a way to win a game of football being 3-0 down, but found a way to beat the favourites of this league. It's incredible.
I mean, the 2 goals before half-time, they had to help in the dressing room. Did the approach in the second half change, or was it just do what you were doing at the end of the half?
Yeah, we believe if we'd have had another 5 minutes of that first half, you know, potentially we could have got another one. You know, we had the momentum, we was on the front foot, we grew into the game, we controlled the game. We looked a side that had an identity. We didn't panic. We weren't going long. And the biggest thing for coaches and managers is that if players see you panic in a situation like it's happened today, then you look vulnerable yourself and people start asking questions. It's dead easy for people to question, make changes after 20 minutes. We're not about that. We pick a team and we'll stick with that for at least 45 minutes. And that was the case. And when half-time come, like you say, it come at a bad time for us, really. We started the second half, you know, all right, and then we just took control of the game second half, and I felt like we dominated them until the last 5-6 minutes where Macclesfield, you know, threw the kitchen sink at it, which they will do, but I thought we defended immensely.
Just to touch on that second half performance from Josh Hancock, 2 goals, 1 penalty, and the would-be match winner out of the top draws. If just any thoughts on that?
You rely on your big players and your experienced players to turn up in games like today, and in Josh's position and Dud's position and 𝗬𝗲, you know, they tend to come in and out of the game. It's hard to sort of get them on the ball. Sides have been coming to Radcliffe and been trying to match us in there, and it becomes congested, and that sort of nullifies what we are. But Josh has found a way today to turn the game on its head, and not only did he be brilliant for the penalty, he then scored. You know, listen, their kid's first goal was outstanding. Josh's was just a little bit better, in my opinion, and fair play to both lads with strikes like that, certainly at this level of football.
Obviously, again, missing key players, and it appeared Jude was getting marked out of the game by 3 players, and that sort of just shows the squad and the whole team, doesn't it?
Yeah, again, it's the respect the opposition are paying us and paying our players. They're showing us so much respect, and you know what, Jude could have easily gone missing today, but he kept getting the ball, he kept going at the kid, and eventually, you know, I wouldn't say we broke the right back as an individual, but defensively the gaps became bigger. We found that space in and around the box, and we was rewarded with, you know, 2 goals second half.
Looking forward to next weekend. Obviously, you've got Thursday to work on some things ahead of Ilkeston. Is there going to be any sort of changes, try and solidify in the first 20 minutes where we seem to be a little bit slow getting going?
There's a first time for everything, and you know, touch wood. You know, we conceded early against 𝗬𝗲, we regrouped, we found a way to get back in the game quickly. Today, I'm going to put it down to one of them things where you see it at the top level, you see it at the worst level. Did we switch off? I don't think so. I think the kids are an unbelievable strike in the first one. The second one's really sloppy, and the third one's criminal off a set piece, and that's not acceptable. The other 2 happen in games, but the third one's criminal, and it's not the first time we've seen that this season. So it's dead easy to blame the back 4 or the back 3 when you concede goals, but collectively that wasn't good enough from our starting 11 today. But you wouldn't think the same 11 who defended the goals first half finished the game in the second half as strong as what they were.
As a final moment, the fans today were absolutely brilliant, weren't they?
Outstanding, and listen, it's a big game, and we expected it to be a good atmosphere, but fair play to these. The numbers are creeping every week. You know, they get behind us. I think the bottom goal, to be fair, the crowd throughout was brilliant, but just a massive mention to the supporters, because a club like this, you know, will rely on big supporters, and there's 40,000 people in Radcliffe. If we can get, you know, 5% of them, and with conceding goals and scoring goals, people know that they're going to come and get good value for money.